Hey there, welcome back to my channel today, and I have a new Christian book review for you today. It is called Teaching Tammy, and this book has a special place in my heart as it was written by my mother, and brief testimony, she passed away in 2008 from cancer, and she had a great desire to help women all over the world. She was a pastor's wife for over 13 years, and her burden was to help women because she felt like there just wasn't a whole lot out there to help women in the Bible-believing world. She just kind of felt like, you know, sometimes they got bypassed and didn't get the food that they needed, spiritually speaking. So that was something that God laid on her heart to do, was to minister to women. And so she wrote some devotionals, and she would send them out to the ladies in her church on a weekly basis. And they were such a blessing. And when she passed away, she just felt like there was still so much work that she wanted to get done. She wanted to get her books published, and she wasn't able to do that. And so the Lord gave me the opportunity several years after her passing to be able to get her books published for her. And for me, it was just so rewarding to compile her works, edit, just put it, format it, the whole nine, and see it become a reality, something that she had worked so hard on for so many years. And to be part of that with her was wonderful, because before she passed away, she said, "Justine, please take care of my ladies." So I, kind of felt like the baton was passed. There you go. So I'm honored, just so honored to be able to have put together this book. Now, the story about this book is, as a pastor's wife, there were some times that the pastors, would be sent out of our church, and these new pastors and their wives that were sent out, when they felt like God was calling them, obviously, to start new works, my mom would do a series of studies with the soon-to-be pastor's wife. And so her first pastor's wife that she taught was a lady named Tammy. So that's why this whole series is called Teaching Tammy. It's just a wonderful compilation of studies for any pastor's wife, any woman that's in the ministry, a missionary's wife, evangelist's wife. It's really not limited to anybody. If you feel like your husband feels like he's going to be called into the ministry, has a burden, even a Sunday school teacher, it's just really, really good for, even if there's a young girl in like college and she's in the missions program and feels like God wants her to be helpful in missions. This is a great book. And also for a church bookstore, these are really, really good things to have on hand. Even to give to missionaries' wives. If you have a missions conference in your church, pass them out to missionaries' wives, or a ladies' conference, anything like that. The uses are endless, because it's just so enriching, the information. It really is, and I'm not speaking on a biased opinion, because my mom had amazing insight into the scriptures that God gave her. And like I said, I'm just so honored to share it with you, and I can't wait for more ladies to benefit from it. So I'm going to read little snippets like I usually do, and I'm going to read the back for you first, and then we'll read a little bit of what's inside. So from one pastor's wife to another, this is the advice taught by my mother, who is now in heaven, for pastors' wives everywhere. It's also perfect for women that are involved in many areas of Christian service, whether the mission field, the deacon's wife, Sunday school teacher, evangelist's wife, and all women who want to be more effective for the Lord. Written with much love and concern for God's work, Miss Pam taught her first pastor's wife, Tammy, these very lessons, and continued to use them to train other ladies through the years. This special book is sure to help the pastor's wife in a very special way. Miss Pam was a devoted pastor's wife for over 13 years, until she went home to be with the Lord in 2008. Her burden and desire was to help women be well equipped for God's work in their homes and churches. As her only daughter, I'm so blessed to be able to bring you, in this book, years of her life's work for other pastors' wives, thus continuing her passion to help ladies in their ministries. Okay, so inside the book as well, I will show you, there's spots for notes And so this makes a really good study. If you want to do with your ladies, say for instance, you have a ladies Bible study class, this is a really good thing to do because there's room for notes in here too. It's not an extremely lengthy book, but it's a very meaty book. Okay, so it's about 100 pages. And let's see. The first part that I would like to read to you is a paragraph from the chapter called Analyzing the Congregation. Okay? In order to preach and teach to people as they really are, you must see and hear them as they really are. So much of what they say and do while on church premises is what they think is expected of them. How they are elsewhere provides a better estimation of their actual inward state. Use your time with your sheep wisely. To limit your contact with sheep is to distort your view of them. Some will be easy to spend time with, and some difficult. Make every effort to break through barriers. Now, that's just a little paragraph from here, but it's true. A lot of times the pastor and the pastor's wife and their family, they seem to be like put, away from the people, and they're just kind of inaccessible a lot of times. And so you really don't want to, to do that to your sheep. In order to truly minister to them, you must know them, know where they are, know their spiritual state. So there's just so much encouragement in this book, so much insight, and I'm really excited for more pastors' wives and women in the ministry to benefit from this. So if you know a pastor's wife or a missionary's wife, this would be a great resource for them to either give them or tell them about. And again, just to use in Christian college programs and so on. So I hope that this is a blessing to you and that you will in turn be benefited from my mom's book called Teaching Tammy. Thanks so much for joining me today. God bless you. Bye-bye.